in the pockets of Blur with the backing up here. Here comes the pressure and the push. There's the take. Alamau now has control of servers. That'll be the sort of warning sign. Blur sprints past, gets into sight. Kendry's going to come behind him, but gets caught out by the player still in garage. Doki has that angle. Now they know they can't just make that run. There's a plant. In the blink of an eye, G2 saw a weakness and a flaw in a site and took the entire floor of the site. And there's a drop on a hatch there inside the site once again. Still trying to find the fight, but it's Blur that gets caught out. 20 seconds, and Alamau at least does enough to bite them back in. Doki with a very important kill there, puts Astro into G2. They saw an idea and an angle, and they made sure it worked. First round's theirs.
Good information game, well reacted to whatever they saw there, and
the advantage gets the kick cold, a huge call. There's the blitz finding his way in. He's inside Laundry there, inside the site on the swing round. Doki gets Astro, but Kendry's still with the kit. And now he might be one of the last with the kit. Sleben.
Get on the desk, get on a different area because the plant's coming down. That's the C4 used, and it's not going to find it. So a retake again on the board here for Secret.
Very well played there from G2. They got the kit, they knew where it needed to be, and they made sure it happened. Citizen finds the lockdown from the top rope. There's a spray across the board. Can't connect with the second, and G2 find their second. They had some work to be done, and it was very good attention played. Astro wanted to come up the bottom of blue, but swings it back for 15 seconds. They've got to try and drive themselves through. They're able to find out the kill on Savage, who goes for the drop. There's Kendrew. Oh, there's Kendrew on the other side of a smoke canister. They've got no idea. Kendrew caught them entirely out. It's Virtue without the kid in 1 second. Astro just gets out of there. And tragedy.
There is a lot of potential in this lineup for growth. Impossible there. Gets the kill, maybe? No. Yes, Alamau will drop eventually. A bit scrubby in the end there, but Astro will find it as Doki and Citizen both respond.
Ooh, there's Savage with the swing round. They get a little bit back, but once again, there's a response here from G2. Blur over the top where it landed on the side. The shotguns come close. Stop it being planted. A spray doesn't quite connect. Now Kendrew has the tougher clutch than he had before. Caught on the rotate though, and Blur's to blame. G2 find that third.
Shotgun shell not completely opening up that wall there.
They've crept their way in and they found a fight very early on, but Sleben is able to get the one up there. Just maybe had the read. Alamau's trying to get a spray through the soft, but Gruby, he's able to find his first connection with this game. Doki wants a bit of revenge, but Gruby's still holding on to the angle, and, well, there's a second Gruby, a massive catch out there. They've suddenly found themselves in the blink of an eye on a massive back foot. Virtue, he cannot get the distance between Gruby. A triple.
It actually hit Savage when he was shooting for Kendrew, so tagged him up a little bit, but time will run out.
Well, Sleben, can you find the fight inside this? Apparently so. Doki gets the lockdown.
Kendrew walking through the fire here, taking a lot of damage, eventually shut down. It's a trait kill to come through, but the diffuser has been dropped.
Gonna have to go that way anyway. The swing round doesn't net any results, and there's Alamau for one more. G2. The Ossa that's going to be the first one met. He's got to try and swing around for that second moment. And there's an Ossa almost caught out, and it's Astro that has the support structure, gets the one, but they don't quite get the kill. There was a miscall there. He thought the pickup was on the Ossa. It wasn't. It was the player on the stairs itself, and suddenly he's gone out with his back to the wrong side, looking towards an engagement that had already passed. Now, with the pressure that might come through, Blur's tucked behind the vending, and Citizen tucks around Gruby, put into bed, 2 versus 2.
A good angle to shut down whoever comes next, but as it's Blur to take down Savage, it's only left up to Sleben now. Finds the head of Citizen, puts it up in a 1v1 situation. Blur needs to clutch it out for his team as the diffuser gets recovered. A plant attempt will be made shortly by Sleben, but first, he wants to get some extra information, put these drones in position, stop them, use them as a bit of a flank drone as he digs in right behind the B-bomb chassis. Blur creates himself a rotation, goes for the swing, spots the player, and gets the kill as well.
Here's the top of Janitors though. Alamau with the shotgun locked and ready to pop round the corner. Astro's removed from the board in the blink of an eye.
Blur is not able to be contested as of yet.
C4 out, the retake. A couple of bits in the retake. Well, it was a trade scenario. They made sure they got the kill, and Blur got one more from the side of stock. Alamau Savage gets Alamau. And Sleben gets a freebie onto Virtue there, caught rotating. They've realized their potential might be here, and their Citizen off the first. Savage, he's able to find it. It's the spray over the top. They have to call as to where Blur is. They also have the kit in pocket, and they're going to see if they can stick it. They're just tucked around onto the Kansan corner on the side of the door. They can't quite get a connection onto either. Now it's a 2 versus 1. Rotate into the box, and it's Secret that keep things going back and forth.
20 seconds on that clock. Sleben does have the diffuser, so Kendra being stuck in the elevator, not too big of a deal.
Waiting for the drop, had the read from the Pulse heartbeat scan. It comes through, and there's a take, but Sleben wins it out. Citizen takes Astro on the site itself, though. They've still got to try and get the kit stuck. The pings are coming from the far side. Citizen cannot win it out. And Kendra is able to push Secret onto map point. Well, there's a break onto Janitors. There's the ping on the player. There's the Buck saying hello. And, well, there's Alamau. Goodbye. Virtue at least. Sleben, superpower player, has been having a few super powerful rounds.
Oh, this is a good angle. Sleben! What a beautiful shot on Toki there. He's got a first shoulder pick. 10 seconds left, Emmy. There's no time. They need to go now.
The grenade pushes out Citizen, and the guns do the rest. It's a 4 versus 2. Kendra just needs to try and hold this behind the side, but it's Blur that gets the kick cold. A massive impact. They cannot just. They connect it. They're trying to find the fight over the box. It's Blur with one more. It's Virtue out on the backstairs. Groovy's holding F, but Blur is that lockdown. And we are going to OT. Want to draw out some of the utility. 2 C4s left, and as you said, the breach isn't one that they can work with. They try to just blindside their way across, and Doki and Alamau went out. It's a cold kit, but with the time that they've got, after the other 2 kills going their way, there's a little bit of a scent of the afterlife of Sleben, but there isn't quite a route through here for Sleben. There's at least one handed to him. Alamau is gone. 2 remaining players, Citizen and Virtue on the far side. The cool hands of G2, and a cooler hand. Out of time at this point. This should be a very easy pickup. Well, it is for one of them, but the round is the more important thing. G2 move 1 round ahead. They did try and push up here with an Ossa before. This time it's going to be a little bit more of a face check, but Astro is able to get the first out on the cover. There it is, the swing round, the jump down, the caught out. There's one more! And it was just Secret across the board. I said it felt a little bit less. They've got to lock down on this player that they just did not know was on the top floor. Astro was still in this position behind the soft. Never took the drop on the hatch, but does take Doki's life. They still don't catch Sleben because Savage saves his life. A 4 versus 1. Secret. They got off to a bit of a rocky start, but they know how to get it over the line. 2 points and a win.
2 points they will take home. Very important for them to try and find their way out of that bottom 3.
Hello, hello, Kendrew. Congratulations on the victory, my man. How does it feel?
Back to back. Every time we play Bank, it seems to go 8-7, so I'm a bit stressed out, but I'm happy that we won.
Were you surprised then, because this is the first question, were you surprised when you saw that this is going to Bank?
No. It was one of the 2 maps that we thought it was. I think we chose to go to Bank, so because we felt comfortable on it. So, yeah, we didn't want to go bother twice in a row. So,
fair enough. And with this, you go up against G2. Of course, G2 didn't do also incredibly well in the last week. So, what did you look back at in your own game versus BDS and think, okay, well, we did well on these things, but these we have to work on in preparation for G2?
Well, there's no denying we're a new team, right? So it's 2 new players. We're kind of doing a new style with Twister, who's joined the team. It's kind of this flex Brazilian type of style where we're kind of not strict on the roles or operators. We're kind of just playing for comfort. So it's just getting used to that. We knew from the BDS game we didn't play awful. We obviously played worse than BDS, that's for sure. But there was some positives to take from that game, so it wasn't all negative for us. They're obviously, with a new player, they're obviously going to have a heightened motivation and stuff like that. So we wasn't disheartened or anything. They looked good. They came back today and looked really good against Wolves. So there's no reason to be disappointed in a result versus BTS. So we just tried to go to the drawing board and work on like fundamentals, because obviously a new team, communication, strategy, stuff like that. It's all new for everyone, especially for Grubby and Astro coming into an environment where it's the 3 players have already been together for a while. They need to get used to it. Twisters come in. So for us, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Obviously we want to get results, but we're just keeping positive on going game by game and working every day that we can and putting in the work to make sure that we're getting better.
Well, you're talking about these changes, obviously, with Astro and Grubby joining on the team, and Twister, a very well-decorated coach from Brazil. Now, I want to speak specifically about Twister in this because support staff tends to have a big impact on the team. And you said already that there's this kind of hybrid Brazilian style that you're trying out in the squad now. And honestly, is this something that Twister is bringing from his own experience in Brazil? Or is this something that actually fits quite well with Astro and Grubby that are now on the squad?
I think it mainly comes from Twister. Twister obviously has his ideas on how to play the game and stuff like that. And we're a team, even with Titan last stage, who... if a coach has an idea on how they want to play the game, we'll trust that idea. So he came in with this fresh idea, and we decided, let's put 100% trust in him. It's going to take some time to learn, but we're just going to trust him regardless, and we'll just take it a game at a time, like I said.
How much time did you have to practice with? I mean, two players, let's say a coach is already a big change, but then also having two players on top of it is obviously a lot more work for everybody to be doing. So how much time did you have to prepare for the start of EU League and kind of scrim around and see how things go?
I'm trying to think. I think it was about less than 2 weeks because we were trialing a whole array of players to see which was the best fits. Obviously, we was... multiple coaches as well until we decided on Twister. But Twister was there for the last week or so of trials. So we had about, I'd say less than 2 weeks, maybe a week and 3 or 4 days, maybe like a week and a half. So, yeah.
And now that you get this victory, obviously a big one against G2, getting the 2 points, it seemed like Bank really is a great space for you to be in. But the question is, how does this kind of work into the future? Because you look at this game versus G2 and you see that there were some mistakes that were made. What do you feel those were for you individually and maybe, of course, the entirety as a team?
Well, I feel like we had a lot of man advantage situations that we couldn't close out. That's actually been one of our issues recently.
Okay.
To basically, when you have the man advantage, to just chill, don't die, let's come up with a plan, reset the round, kind of. I think we lost the open area to go to overtime when we had a 4v3. I think we lost a 3v2 on a different round. I can't remember exactly. But it's just, like I said, it's not a big issue because it's always going to be, when you're a new team learning to play and learning the strats and stuff, it's always going to be a bit of a hard thing to do at the beginning. So we'll VOD review this game. We go back tomorrow and then VOD review and then hopefully improve for the next.
And speaking of the next game, you go up against Na'Vi. It's a team that you've gone up against in many of its forms, and they've played you in your many different forms as Team Secret. So what do you expect from that matchup, and what do you have to say to Na'Vi?
Well, I've not yet to beat Na'Vi since being kicked, so it'd be nice to win. That's the first time I've actually beat G2 in a while. I've never beaten Doki or Blur, so that's a nice feeling to have. So I'm looking for tomorrow to break that curse as well.
All right.
No, not tomorrow, next week.
Next week. Well, look, in our minds, tomorrow for EUL players is just the next play day, right?
Yeah.
Might as well be that. Anything you want to say to the fans? It's a big victory. You pushed BDS to the edge. Well, really 7-4. You showed a lot of good plays in our last play day. This time you defeat G2 in overtime. So, hey, all yours.
Well, thanks for the support. I get a lot of supportive DMs recently. I think bringing Twister has kind of opened a new little fan base for us, which is nice. So thanks for the support. It's always nice to get DMs that are positive and stuff. So keep them coming, and hopefully we're going to work hard and hopefully bring in more results like this.
We're happy to hear so. Well, congratulations, Kendra and Team Secret, on the victory today. For all the fans out there, Na'Vi versus Team Secret will be on next week for EUL on Monday. Make sure you're tuning in to catch Kendra and the boys in competition. Till then, Kendra, you're looking great. Congratulations on the game.
Thanks,
Hope to see you next week. Bye-bye.
Yeah, see you later. Bye-bye.